Have you ever asked yourself, am I really following God's call as a coach? Or am I just chasing wins, recognition, and expectations? Hey, before we dive in, if you find encouragement in these Monday morning messages, take a second to hit subscribe, tap that like button, or drop a quick comment. It helps this community grow, and it might be the encouragement another coach needs today. Now, let me be real with you. I'm not a coach. I don't spend my nights drawing up plays or managing a roster, but I know the ins and outs of coaching because I've been around coaches my entire life. I've listened to your stories, I've seen the long practices, I've seen the tough losses, the high pressure wins, and the weight that comes with a whistle. And I've also seen how God can use coaches to change lives in ways that go far beyond the scoreboard. Here's what I do know. Coaches carry incredible influence. You're not just teaching X's and O's and strikes and balls. You're shaping people. You're building character. You're setting an example every single day. But if you're not careful, the drive for success, the pursuit of wins, titles, or recognition can quietly start to overshadow God's greater purpose for your life and your players. And I want to say this clearly. Success without God's purpose will always leave you restless and empty. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and future." That verse isn't just for church pews. It's for locker rooms, sidelines, and dugouts too. God already has the game plan. The question is, are you willing to follow it? The first point today, the pressure is real. Every coach feels the weight of pressure. Pressure to win the big game, pressure to keep your job, pressure to please parents, players, boosters, or even your own pride. Now, pressure can push you to perform. It can sharpen your skills, but if pressure becomes the driver, if it becomes the voice calling the plays, you'll eventually drift from God's call. I've seen coaches win championships and still feel empty inside. And that emptiness, that usually is God whispering, "Let me lead this." I want you to think about it. Every game eventually ends. The scoreboard resets, the crowd cheers one week and boos the next. But God's call doesn't change with the season. His plan is steady, unshakable, and eternal. My second point, God's call is clearer than you think. So how do you know if you're coaching in step with God's call? It's not as complicated as we make it. It starts with prayer. It's grounded in Scripture, and it's reinforced by godly counsel. Psalms 119:105 says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." So think about this, walking down a dark road with an old lantern. It's in your hand and it doesn't light up the entire road, but it gives you just enough light to take the next step. That's how God works. He may not reveal the whole season's schedule, but He's always going to give you enough light for today, for the next decision, for the next practice, for the next conversation. And here's something every coach already knows. When you hand a rookie the playbook, you don't throw the entire thing at them in one day. You start with the basics. You give them just enough to run the next play. God does the same with us. He gives us light for the next play, the next quarter, or the next moment. And my third point for today, surrender brings the true win. Here's the truth. Real success in coaching isn't measured by trophies, records, or titles. It's measured by transformation. I know a coach who felt God nudging him to pour into athletes who were struggling off the field. At first, he was worried. What if this takes time away from my winning? What if this hurts my record? But what if I trusted God and said yes? Today, his impact goes far beyond stats. He's not just building stronger players. He's shaping men and women of character who carry their faith into the rest of their lives. That fruit lasts. That's a legacy. That doesn't fade when the scoreboard lights go out. Jesus said in John 15:5, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." Coaching surrendered to God always produces fruit, and that fruit outlasts the season. When you let God lead your coaching, you'll discover a peace the scoreboard can't give, a clarity that pressure can't shake, and a joy that lasts long after the season ends. Coaching becomes more than a job, it becomes a calling. So let me ask you, are you coaching for success, or are you coaching for God's purpose? If this message encouraged you, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share how you've seen God's call and plays, and how your coaching journey has been changed because of God. Your story might be the exact thing that another coach needs to hear today. And don't forget, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and there's a bell button there you can click so you don't miss any future episodes. Every week, we're going to dive into faith. We're going to find encouragement in practical ways to live out God's call in our lives. And if you know another coach who could use this reminder, share this video with them. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't need just more successful coaches. It needs more godly ones. Oh, and by the way, YouTube says if you like this video, you're really going to like this one right here. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you back next Monday morning on Monday Mornings with Michael.